What is a Christ figure? A Christ figure or image is a strategy of using fictional characters and their stories to make connections and similarities to the biblical Jesus. If you're still confused, here are 10 key events and actions that correspond to the story of Jesus Christ. Using this, I will be talking about the journey of this stick figure and how his story proves he is an example of a Christ figure. Okay, first I need to talk about some important information to people who have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. This is the animation versus animator series found on YouTube by Becker. I'm pretty sure this video is made by him, but him and his team later on worked together to create all these future episodes. However, I will only be focusing specifically on episode 4 and 5, but I will mention crucial events in the previous episodes that add to the plot. Before I start talking about the second coming, let me introduce you to Becker, but in this universe. This version of Alan is a very bored individual who attempts to cure his boredness by torturing the stick figure he creates on his computer. Victim is the first stick figure given life by Alan and ultimately led to the creation of the second coming. Furthermore, Victim rebels and battles against his creator, not wanting to be treated like a toy. The stick figure manages to outsmart and subdue Alan until he closes the program. 5 months later, Alan is once again bored. He remembers his fight with Victim and creates another stick figure in his animation program so he can fight it. However, in his boldness, he names the stick figure the Chosen One, who proves to be a much greater threat than Alan anticipated. The Chosen One breaches the animation program and begins to mess up his computer. His applications attempt to subdue the Chosen One, but to no avail. In desperation, Alan activates his antivirus.
Caution. A virus has been detected.
From then on, the Chosen One was enslaved by Alan to be used as a pop-up blocker for his computer. 5 impressive years go by until he discovers an opportunity to free himself from his imprisonment. Alan becomes aware of the Chosen One's intentions and extinguishes his dream of escape. Enraged, the Chosen One desperately attempts to hurt Alan until his powers are neutralized. Alan tries to send the Chosen One away, but instead, Alan decides to create another stick figure with the sole purpose of defeating the Chosen One. However, after much fighting, the Dark Lord is defeated and spared by the Chosen One. He convinces the Dark Lord to help him fight against Alan, and together they destroy Alan's computer. Alright, here ends the prologue, and now begins the section of the video where I begin to start talking about the second coming and the correspondences he makes to Jesus.
Alan,
Yeah?
could you come here for a second?
Okay. Oh, the laundry room? Okay. Is that it?
And don't forget your keys.
Oh, right, okay.
What you just watched was the second comings falling under the category of a miraculous birth. But I know some of you could say, Alan created three other stick figures before him, and he brought all of them to life, so this parallel cannot be true. However, what sets the second coming's birth apart from his predecessors is the fact that it happened without the use of the convert to symbol feature or any manual input from Alan, except when he drew him. Therefore, the birth of the second coming presents itself as extraordinary, which can parallel to Jesus' birth, as the angel Gabriel informs the Virgin Mary that she will give birth to a son through God. From this, it shows the first event that shows how the second coming is unique and different from the other characters in the series, just like Jesus. The fighting stick figures represent the Second Coming's true companions or followers. Even though the Second Coming just met these new stick figures, this new friend group represents Jesus' apostles. The stick figures show themselves as caring and supportive friends towards the Second Coming, willing to always stand up for each other and the Second Coming, even if it may cost them their life. Unfortunately, you're not going to see this happen in this episode, but you'll see this in episode 5. If you paid close attention to the Second Coming's description in the Windows Task Manager, you can obviously tell that Alan is having PTSD as he realizes his orange stick figure could be the computer-destroying stick figure that he thought he would never see again. The Second Coming is heavily connected to the Chosen One, which the relationship can be seen to parallel the bond between God the Father and God the Son. God has revealed the coming of a Messiah through the prophets in the Old Testament. In the New Testament, it is revealed that Jesus is the Messiah that God has promised. Nonetheless, the second coming is shown to be fulfilling the prophecy of the return of Alan's powerful stick figure, who will bring retribution towards Alan for his actions. The second coming fights for the justice of his friends, which can connect to Jesus in the book of Matthew. He talks to the disciples about how he has not come to have people serve him like a ruler, but he has come to help and serve others like he is a slave, and to give his life for everybody. Jesus is represented as a savior for humanity, where in this case, the second coming is represented as a savior for all the stick figures that Alan has oppressed. The second coming possesses his creator's miracle of gifting life, surpassing Alan's skill set, as Alan is captivated and amazed through the beauty and complexity of the second coming's animations. This parallels Jesus in the book of John when he resurrects his friend Lazarus, who died and was buried in a cave. He goes to the grave of his friend with a crowd watching him. Jesus calls out for Lazarus to exit the open grave, and he does, still covered in his grave clothes.
It talks?
Jesus is well known for his immense kindness and forgiveness. Despite the second coming's concrete hatred for Alan until he revived his friends, he's taught Alan how to draw and animate beyond his past ability. The second coming and Alan were able to become great friends because the second coming forgave his enemy like how Jesus did. Episode 5 has the return of the Chosen One, who helps defeat a virus seen as a red bug on Alan's computer, which was created by the Dark Lord. The stick figures follow the Chosen One through the hole he has created in Alan's computer. The Chosen One and the Dark Lord have survived the destruction of Alan's computer, and together they terrorize the internet. However, the Dark Lord created the virus bug that he planned to send all over the internet, which the Chosen One deemed too far. When the Chosen One gets back from Alan's computer, he does everything in his power to stop the Dark Lord. The Dark Lord defends his own against the Chosen One, and takes this one opportunity to get the upper hand against the Chosen One when he resurfaces.